Alrighty, here's a super quick demo on how to add integrations inside of Loup. So inside of Loup, there's this add new integrations tab. If you take a close look, it'll say name, URL, shortcodes. Okay, so pretty straightforward. If you want to add an integration, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So for Google, we're going to go ahead and say Google search. Okay, and then down here it says URL. If you look closely, it says https example.com q equals number. That's just an example URL, hence example.com. But the only important part here is this number. We call this a shortcode. And so what the number shortcode does is anywhere Loup sees the word number like this, we will put in the incoming caller's phone number. Okay, seems pretty straightforward. So inside of Google, I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. I'm going to search my phone number. When I search my phone number, you can see the search results up here. If you notice up here in the URL, it'll say google.com search q equals the phone number. So what we basically have learned is that 95% of CRM applications out there provide the search via a WebSocket. And so using that knowledge, we built our application on it. So for example, if I change this to 55555, it's going to search 55555. If I change it back to my cell phone number, it'll search my cell phone number. So what you can do now is take this URL, copy it, you go ahead and paste it where it says URL, and then find your phone number. Okay, anywhere you see the phone number or the search query, you just replace it with the word number in quotes. And now you're done. Anytime somebody calls, we'll automatically open up Google search and we'll search for this number. Now, very short codes is how you want the number to appear in the search. So if you look at this, it's just 10 digits. You can make it 10 digits with dashes, 10 digits with international, or 10 digits with these brackets. I typically tell people to just leave it all as 10 digits, mainly because when you enter a phone number, it's being entered into a phone number field. And so the database knows if it's 10 digits or 10 digits with dashes, it doesn't really matter because it's a phone number, and they'll strip out all the unneeded variables. But the reason this is here, there are some CRMs where if you enter a 10-digit phone number, it won't show you the results. But then you put the dashes and it does. Personally, I don't think those are good engineered software, but some of it's out there. So all you really need to know is basically to add any CRM, here's my trick. So here's Zoho over here. This is called their Zia search. It's one of my favorites because it searches all of their applications instead of just one. But if I come up here and I put in my cell phone number and hit enter, check it out. If you look up here, it says search.zoho.com, and then look at that. There's the phone number. And then it says, and then this, if you really care to know, say it's saying search all the apps versus contacts or, CRM. And so what we do is just grab this URL. We'll come back over here. We'll drop this in here. We'll name this, maybe Zoho Zia search. And then you find your number, you replace it with the word number, NUMBER, and you're good to go. So last thing I want to highlight here, public versus private. Public means every Loup customer gets to see the integration. Private means only you have access to the integration. Only you, meaning your Chrome extension and your Chrome extension customers. Public basically allows you to add integrations that might not already be in the directory. And it's super cool because it allows everyone to then benefit from it. So it's kind of like outsourcing the integration list. So just to repeat myself one more time, the only thing you really need to know if you're adding any CRM that's not in the directory today, just go into the search, put in your cell phone number, and if the cell phone number ends up in the URL up here, in the URL, then we can add it. If it doesn't, then we have to get a little more creative and figure out a way to add it up here. Some applications do what they call a dynamic search, or what an SPA search. An SPA search means single page application. And that'll basically mean that the search will happen inside of the page in real time versus sending a webhook. It's impressive, but it kind of stinks for us. And in the case where the URL doesn't, or the phone number doesn't show up in the URL, what we can do is find a way to like run a report. And when you run the report, a lot of times it will then pass the query in the URL. So again, anytime you need to add any application, I just gave you 2 examples with Google and Zoho. All you have to do is open the tab, sign into that application, and then run a search for your phone number. It doesn't necessarily matter if your phone number is in the app or not, because we're not looking for that. What we're looking for is the URL up here. So for example, if I put 55555, look at it, doesn't matter that 555 is not in the application, because that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for the results, and the results being either has it or isn't is irrelevant as long as the number's in the URL. And so that's how you add any integration into Loup. You then click submit, and then you add it to your app. If you have any questions, go ahead and email me. My name is Spencer, and you can reach me at spencer@loopdb.com. Thanks.